How you doing, buddy? Tony Rudolph. Just had a quick question for you.
Yeah, what's going on, Tom?
Yeah, the other day I bought another BR600, which it's great. And this may be a dumb question, but the some of the other models that I've bought, like in years past, like it said Magnum on it, and this one does not. Is there a difference in that, or is that a dumb question?
There's not. They're the same blowers. They took them off, and I think they renamed the 800 the Magnum.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah, same blower.
I gotcha. Well, because I remember like when the 600 first came out, you know, whatever that was, 5 or 10 years ago, and we first started buying them, they didn't say Magnum. Then I thought there was like a small change, and then it did say Magnum, and then this one didn't. That's why I was wondering about that.
Yeah, it's the same blower that it has been the past 5 years or so.
I gotcha. Sweet. All right, buddy.
Yeah, they just moved to, you know, called the 800 the Magnum now.
I gotcha. That's fine. I knew that was a dumb question, but it was just something I was wondering, so I thought I should ask about it.
That's all right.
All right, buddy. Y'all have a great day.
All right, thanks, Tom.
See ya.
All right, guys. So this is a quick clip of me. I made one trip with a big box of packages. This is from when I shipped that Christmas stuff. There's another big old sack. It was like Santa Claus there, right? Okay. And then so here we are, you know, we're just at a customer's house. This is a bi-weekly, and, you know, I'm just trying to do some final bed mulchings for the season. Just like there's a big old natural area right here, and just really making it look really good with this mulching kit that's here on the walker. Man, this mulch kit, it works great on this little walker. I mean, it works probably better than any mulch kit I've had on any of my other returns or anything. And so I just already blew the rocks out up onto here, and you know, I've mulched it other times in the leaf season, so it's not too bad. But I'm trying to like get it finished up, and there's you know, there's a little bit of leaves here, but. And I did this like over in the front of the house and everything like that. And so that way, you know, their beds are looking fresh. I don't want them to be mulched up to where there's nothing in the bed, you know, nothing at all. But I want them to, you know, I want them to look kind of fresh. So, you know, this is kind of how I do on a lot of my beds, customers' beds. And then, you know, we pine straw and stuff on top of this, as, you know, as they want to or whatever. Like this customer doesn't get much pine straw. They'll have me do just a little bit here and there, but still we're going to make it look as good as we can without it being like bare, you know. But anyway, man, this walker mower, every day that I use it, I'm more and more impressed with it. It works awesome. Like it's a little bit different, a walker mower, just like, you know, getting used to it, like trying to get used to it, just because you know, you have all your traction going backwards instead of going forwards, so that's totally different than your everyday zero turn. And so that's something you have to kind of, it's just a little different to get used to. But once you get comfortable with that, I mean, it's awesome. Like now that I'm kind of getting comfortable with the mower, you know, I'll have more videos to come on it, but it now has like I think 13 hours on it now, and that's 13 hours with the blades on, because this one, it doesn't count, the hour meter doesn't count when the blades are off. And so, you know, I'm just kind of showing, I'm trying to figure out, you know, ways to, if I got to carry my blower somewhere, to patch up where I had messed up stuff, and it works pretty good. You know, also I, you know, put some sticks on that front, because y'all know I'm always carrying sticks and driftwood and stuff that people pull out of the lake and want me to move it, you know, or haul it some, you know, on my truck or whatever. So kind of, been testing it on that, and it does pretty well with that too. But anyway, what I was saying is it's a little awkward to get used to, just because it's like opposite of any of my other mowers. But now that I'm getting some hours on it, and now that I'm getting used to it, oh, this is me trying to use my GoPro on my tripod, like trying to have it hooked up to the GoPro app, and then trying to use it as a backup camera. But anyway, this is my man Caleb's Property Maintenance. Y'all be sure to give him a subscription. It's funny, 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. It's Friday. We're at the GIE. It's probably, I don't know, 10 in the morning or something. And 2 years in a row, we're there, and we're both kind of holding back the tears, right? Like, because we gotta go back, drive all the way back home, and it's the last day of the GIE. No more GIE for a whole nother year. And so, but it's funny because me and my dad and him and his dad, 2 years in a row, we just like, it's like the last hour or two of GIE, and we just bump into each other, talk for a little bit. And so he's a great guy, check him out. But anyway, the Walker mower, it's a little different to get used to, and you'll see we're going to do some hills. This backyard of this house, it's hard to even tell on camera, but it's pretty steep. You can see in the backdrop, you see how the lake is back there, and it's like, it's down. So this front part is pretty easy, it's pretty flat. But these clips are kind of when it was still, still in leaf season. Kind of towards the end of leaf season, we're kind of, let's clean up on. As you see, there's a bunch of leaves here. I had blown it out from the shrubs and stuff. Don't know how to do it. I put it on here, and there's like a real steep part around that flag. I kind of blew it here, so they're kind of piling up a little bit. But it's just a little bit of real time here. But man, once you get used to this mower, like, Walker mowers are just awesome. Like, it's hard because even in the winter now, just like keeping my yards freshened up, like, it looks so awesome. It stripes, like, even right now, like when they're just bland and the yards are, they're kind of just bland and dormant. And this thing lays winter stripes on it like I've never done before. I mean, it's amazing. I just get worried that when I'm using this on customers' yards, then they're gonna get mad if I use like some kind of other mower, because I mean, it just does such a good job as far as like the deck articulation. Yeah, and as you can see, I mean, this is steep right here. But I mean, the articulation of the deck. So I mean, any little contour in the ground, that deck, it just follows it. So it does incredible. It's literally does the best job as far as cutting grass of any lawnmower that I've ever owned, and I've owned a bunch of different ones, or any one that my dad's owned, and he's done this for 40 years and had a bunch of different ones. I grew up in this, doing this business, everything. So, I mean, I feel like for me, I still will have other mowers too that, for certain applications. So I think a Walker mower is awesome, especially with, let's say you have another mower, that some big zero turn you use for like cutting your big fields and stuff. And that way, if you have a kind of a combo of that, also, I'm just kind of tidying up a few pieces. So, walkers on hills, all right? So it works great. You just have to go down and back up, on steep hills, and I've done it on even steeper yards than this. I'll have to try to get some more footage of that. But what happens when you're on a real steep yard? When you it even happened a little bit on that last yard, but the back wheel will want to come up off the ground, and so it has a limiter on the frame, so only let it come up a couple inches, and it kind of stops it from coming up. Then you can still go, but also kind of keep some pressure with your feet on the deck, to keep that back wheel from coming up. And other than that, man, it does pretty darn good on hills. So got some surprises coming for you. I bought another big piece of equipment, and y'all stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching.